What problems do you actually see with both forms of naturalism, though?
So one of them is it's similar to the problem of induction where like you can't use empirical claims to test empirical claims in a sense. Like it gets circular um, in your reasoning with I naturally apply uh, like natural methodological naturalism to methodological naturalism, and how do you justify that? Um, it's the question there. And then for ontological naturalism, there's multiple different problems with it. One of them is a lot of people point out what is the distinction between natural and supernatural. Like you'd have to find a way to define what supernatural is, and how would that actually exist in this world, and would you be able to even show supernatural claims to exist? And if there is no distinction between the two, then you're not really saying much of anything. It's like nature is natural. Then it's like okay,
Yeah, so they both almost enter a bit of a tautology to an extent. They are because they are.
which I got another one is the way we you can go the postmodernist route. Taking any of these is where like truth is there's very skeptical of truth. This is a very skeptical version of what truth is even capable of being. Whereas then to explain it in natural forms is uh, down into language of how humans are going to explain it. This can get into relativism. This can get into social constructivism of how to construct knowledge. It's not naturalistic processes, but humans as social creatures are constructing these scientific theories. Those are
Uh,
the criticisms.
but you mentioned truth there, which has made me wonder. What is there a particular theory of truth you lean towards?
Being mostly closer to a hybrid of empiricism on a heavy side because of my scientific leanings, but I will allow Kant's form of rationalism where synthetic a priori truths can be found. But in the debate between the rationalists and the empiricists of the past, I would probably lean towards Hume over Leibniz.
Fair. There any other key issues with naturalism that you can think of?
Not off the top of my head right now, no. Those are the bigger ones. Is you can't. Um, actually, I have one. Eugene Scott, if you've heard of her, she was part of the Kitzmiller Dover trial. She is part of some Association for American Science. Tries to get schools to teach evolution and not creationism. She believes that um, supernatural things can be tested, and that's a, she has a beef with methodological naturalism in the weaker case. Whereas the same with like a lot of the new atheists actually, where Christopher Hitchens would probably agree with this statement. Um, I sort of do. Uh, in some cases, there's some pragmatic things that it's not like you don't need to be testing scientifically on everything for that. And also like certain, it's not really you're testing the claims that are supernatural. You're actually just testing um, the belief of those supernatural claims mostly. Like it's impossible to find that there's God. It's just only possible that your belief was false in it, if that makes sense.